Newcastle are going places, but Dean Richards will be going nowhere. We can clear that up immediately, because his position is emphatic. The RFU need not bother calling. The former England number 8 has been touted as a successor to England head coach Eddie Jones in recognition of his work on Tyneside, but his retort is convincing. When someone suggested it, I laughed. "I've no interest in it at all. I just don't fancy it," said the 54-year-old Falcons director of rugby as he looked forward to Saturday's Aviva Premiership playoff against Exeter at Sandy Park. It's totally different to being a club director of rugby. You have to do a lot of the politics behind it. That's not my forte. I'm a little bit blunt, a little bit straight-talking, and not one for politics at all. I would almost certainly fall foul in the first week. It takes a special person to do the international job. You only have to look at the treatment of Martin Johnson, Stuart Lancaster, Andy Robinson by the media and the RFU when it didn't go right. Why would I want to put myself through that? Related articles. Previous one. The next Islands Bunday Archie to captain the Barbarians against I want Owen Farrell to rule by fear. Eddie Jones expects. Finn Russell plays his final game for Glasgow Warriors at Exclusive. Channel 4 makes Scotland clash with Argentina. Share this article. Share 150 shares. Speculation quashed. Richards has no intention of leaving Newcastle anytime soon. It is understandable, given how the North East club have surged into title contention after years spent scrapping for survival in the lower reaches of the Premiership. When Dino was appointed by club owner Jordanian Jorge Semikurdi 6 years ago, his arrival ignited a career salvage operation after his 3-year ban for presiding over the Harlequins Bloodgate scandal. Richards refuses to see it as such. He prefers we to I. His pleasure is in collective progress, rather than his individual redemption. While he sees the notion of taking an England role as laughable, he bangs the drum for his homegrown players' test prospects. There is a simmering sense that they are overlooked because of their location in an outpost of the domestic game. But Richards will keep making a case for his local heroes, such as flanker Will Welch and back rower Mark Wilson. "Some of our boys have deserved more of a chance," he said, "but you get niche players and clubs in vogue." Earlier this year, Jones paid a visit to Kingston Park, and the occasion was noted with wry humour. "There's a chart on the wall, and we laugh about it," said Richards. "Until recently, we hadn't seen any England coaches or RFU personnel. So when one came up recently, we made them tick the box on the chart. and took a photograph! When Richards first came to Tyneside, he noted the potential of the likes of pack stalwarts Welch and Wilson, and knew there was a core of talent from the region which could be moulded into a squad capable of chasing titles. His initial task was to guide the club up from the Championship after relegation, which was done at the first attempt. Then came the consolidation phase with 3 11th place finishes in a row. Last season, Newcastle rose to 8th, but this has been the take-off campaign, leading to a first appearance in the playoffs. "It was all part of the grand plan," Richards said. "I was asked at one fan forum early on, what were the projections? I said, once we get up, within 5 years hopefully we'll be in the playoffs." The vision has come to pass. Bang on cue. Coaching is led by his assistants Dave Walder, John Wells and Mickey Ward, and a host of other specialists. Richards takes a backseat, guiding the operation from top to bottom. On Wednesday, he was named Director of Rugby of the Year at the annual Premiership Awards dinner. "It is best left to others to explain his impact. Dean works very hard off the field," said Toby Flood, the Falcons' former England fly half. "He is the most overarching director of rugby I've seen. He speaks to the marketing department, ticket sales, liaising with the owners and playing staff. You don't see him on the field a lot, but you know his finger is on the pulse. Dean sets the standards." Callum Green added, "Some might think Dean is a disciplinarian, but he's calm and gives us a lot of belief. He backs us 100%. From the off he's told us to fear no one and play our game." "He's probably the best coach I've worked under. He may be perceived as old school, but he's up to date with all the sports science stuff. He understands how rugby has evolved in the last 20 years." This afternoon, Newcastle face the champions in Devon for the right to play in next week's Premiership final at Twickenham. Exeter serve as an inspiration to the Falcons on and off the field, but Richards' men beat them at Kingston Park in January. They will have hope, because the likes of Wilson and Gary Graham are capable of mixing it with a mighty home pack. They will have hope, because Premiership Player of the Year Veronica Geneva, Sinoti and company give them firepower. They will have hope, because they have caused upsets all season. And they will have hope, because Richards gives it to them. He has made Newcastle believe again, and plans to do so for years to come. Soaring Falcons Dean Richards has taken Newcastle Falcons from the Championship to the Premiership playoffs in 6 seasons. Richards has guided Newcastle to their highest league position for 20 years. The Falcons' previous best campaign was in 1997-1998, when they won their only Premiership crown. Related articles: previous one, the next Islands Bunday Archie to captain the Barbarians against I want Owen Farrell to rule by fear. Eddie Jones expects Finn Russell plays his final game for Glasgow Warriors at Exclusive. Channel 4 make Scotland clash with Argentina. Share this article, share 150 shares.